Alright, we're gonna go ahead and not worry about that. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a minute. Welcome HD and everyone else here to a little something that we haven't done in a bit called Shuffle Saturday. If you haven't witnessed this before, I have my game collection loaded into a website called the Backloggery that's hiding behind Elmo here. Let's take him down from the screen. Lovely job, as usual. That includes this neat little feature where it'll randomly suggest a game out of my collection for me to play. Using that feature, I'll pull a random game from most of the games I have and have the technical setups to stream, currently around 1,600 different games. I'll then play that game for the next half an hour unless I decide to veto it, or someone in chat types !veto, in which case we'll burn one of those vetoes you see at the bottom of the screen, pull another game, keep going. As you can see, I only have 2 vetoes for the entire night, whereas you all have twice as many. That being said, I will automatically throw out any game I can't stream, either due to technical issues specific to the game. I'm weeding these out as time goes on, but some games just do not play nice, or do not capture well, or because it would get me banned. An example of the game rolled is Honey Pop or something, because, hey, I have those games in here, and I'm too lazy to remove them. And I think it's funny when I panic for 2 seconds and I'm like, haha, no, we're doing something else. You can also use the veto command mid-game to stop it immediately, or use an !encore towards the end of time to let me know, you know what, let's go for another 15 minutes. This can be done to a ridiculous amount, like the last time we did Shuffle Saturday, where we played the Christian Monster Girl dating sim for 2 hours. There are also channel point rewards you can spend to affect things as well, including the ability to outright choose the next game. I have to give a continuing shout out and thank you to my buddy Rapukin. Thanks to his generosity and the magic of Steam Share, I've added around roughly 200 additional games to the Shuffler, most of which I've never played, I've never heard of, I have no idea what's going on with them, so it just adds to the chaos. Justice for Sakura Dungeon, true, true. Maybe that could be my test for YouTube streaming. I just stream Sakura Dungeon, because I know I'd never be able to get away with it over here on Twitch, and I care less if my YouTube presence gets nuked. And there is a little bit left in the prediction, if you want to gamble your garlic coin, on what system's gonna come up first. The common wisdom is that it's always Game Boy, but you know, the Shuffler can surprise you. Yes, my entire 0 cents of YouTube revenue. Hope everyone's weekend is off to a good start. Mine is off to an amazing start because I had a productive morning and I finally, I don't know, one of my relatives went to the wedding that I attended last weekend with COVID or something, because I was a little sick with something, and then I got a lot sick with something, could barely sleep because I was so uncomfortable, it hurt to drink water, my throat was so bad, and, you know, I like to stream, which is a lot of funny things with the voice, and I need to... Let's give me that message. Great, are things breaking already? Wonderful. And I need the voice as part of my job, because I do some work on the phones. Let me just quietly see if this fixes it. Okay, good. My hubris is not punished yet. But yeah, weekend has been good, and there's just a little bit more time if you want to get in on that votes. Nobody voting for Game Boy Advance. It's a bold choice. It's a bold choice. It's one of the Game Boys of all time. But yeah, I'm happy to get back to this. I missed this last weekend. I truly did. Though it was great to, you know, see some family, attend a wedding where I felt too miserable and sick to, get drunk and party down. You know, it was just an absolute blast. Thank you, Silvar, for the gift sub. You abandoned us? Well, yeah, I did. I felt a little bad. And, if Jess shows up, I'm fine with her roasting me, but I stream at the same time every Saturday, so I don't know what to tell you. Some people have told me that, you know, they literally, plan on being able to see Shuffle every Saturday, and I take that seriously. But yeah, I didn't want to make a big deal oh, hey, I'm gonna go prepare for my own stream. That's such a shitty thing to do. I did that a couple times when I started streaming. That's just, eventually it was what are you doing, Vim? What are you doing with your life? So, no mas, and I just decided quietly dip out. Alright, prediction has closed. I planned the day around Shuffle. I wasn't going to name names, truly. But alright, without further ado, let's see what game is up first. We We shall play... You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. I have to message Rebu. So, Balatro is some kind of poker roguelite game that Repu specifically messaged me to be like, hey, I picked up this game, it looks sort of neat, maybe you could play it on stream sometime because we have Steam Share. And it's just being the first one that comes up is amazing. Anyway, congratulations to the PC believers. Let me start getting that one downloaded. I don't think this is a big download. Yeah, this is like 62 megabytes, that's it. Alright, so we'll have that started in soon. Wow, like now. That was very fast. This is obviously not a game I have captured before, so let's flip over to this. But yes, if you'd rather we go for something else, let me know with an exclamation mark veto. Otherwise, we shall soon have gambling. And I love gambling. And I'm forgetting how my own stream setups work. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm gonna try this on the standard PC game capture, see if this works, but it might take me a little time to get this set up properly. Okay, are you gonna behave? You are gonna behave. Okay. 30 minutes on the clock, let's play some Balatro. Let's play.
Hello there, my name is Jimbo. I'm here to help you learn how to play. Your goal is to earn chips to defeat the enemy blind. This here is a small blind. You only need a score of 300 chips to beat it. Select the small blind to start the round.
Okay.
You earn chips by playing poker hands. Each poker hand earns a base amount of chips multiplied by some malt. See your poker hands in the run info area, along with other info about your current run.
Oh, okay. So, there are multipliers as well as a higher base rank, okay. Oh, I still do get paid on a high card? Or am I playing against, like... So, an easy strat, if I can build my deck, is just go for all flush, all day, all the time, forever.
Cards also earn you some chips. Hover over to see.
Oh! Okay. Neat. Select up to 5 cards to play and play hand. I don't know if I get to, like, draw cards at all. I can't really make anything out of this, but I have, like, maybe the beginning inklings of a straight. Oh, up to 5 cards to play, so I could just go with this and play hand? You can also discard up to 5 selected cards to try and make even stronger hands. Try it. Okay. Let's dump these, because I at least have a pair here, and I have the beginnings of a straight.
Careful, you only have a limited number of hands and discards per round. Earn 300 chips before you run out of hands to win the rest of this round. Good luck.
Okay, I have 3 hands and 3 discards. So I can go like pair of 7s for my next hand and try and build my way up to something better. Okay, we earn it a little bit. Okay, here we go. That's a nice full house. I will take that. Absolutely. I was going more for like the, you know, the straight route, but not gonna complain about this at all. And that gets me my goal right there. Easy. And some money. Oh, okay, so chips are not money. Money is money. Money is money. Deep statements with me.
Nicely done. Now that you're flush with cash, you can buy some new cards from the shop. Try buying this handsome devil.
Sure. Joker is good.
This is one of the 150 jokers you can add to your run. Every joker does something different. This one adds +4 mult to every hand you play.
That's pretty good.
Be picky, you can only carry 5 joker cards at a time.
Now buy the other card from the shop. Empress. Enhances 2 selected cards to mult cards. Okay. Weird that I can play, like, Arcana tarot cards, too. Capitalism, yes.
This tarot card is a consumable. This one will enhance your playing cards. Hold on to it. You can carry up to 2 consumable cards with you at a time. If you save up enough, you can buy a voucher. Vouchers passively upgrade your run.
Permanently gain +1 hand. Ooh, okay. That's good.
Vouchers are restocked after you beat the boss blind. And check out both of the booster packs in every shop. They're full of goodies.
She's 1 of 3. Okay, so they're just like, they let you gamble a little bit. It's not that they get you multiple cards. They just get you a little more options. Okay, next round.
We gotta fight the big blind.
Alright. Or choose to skip it to get a tag.
Each tag has a unique effect. But keep an eye on the boss blind. It has an ability you'll need to plan around.
Discards 2 random cards per hand played. Ooh.
If you beat it, then the ante goes up and all blinds become harder. Beat ante 8 to win. Now choose your path.
Garbage tag gives $1 per unused discard this run. I think I go with money first. The tag seems good, but not like that good.
When you get more cards, remember you can rearrange them. Jokers trigger in order from left to right. Make sure that you use your consumables.
Oh, okay. It's making me use them. Well, perhaps not. Oh, I need to use the... Got it. Okay. Let's just go with face cards, I guess.
Ooh, fancy.
Mult card. Well, let me just get rid of some trash, by getting a pair. Just to start. It's not a great hand, but it's more about just clearing junk out. Well, actually, if I'm clearing junk out, I may as well just go whole hog with these and just play a high card hand. Or I could discard as well. Yeah, let me junk on this. Okay, so now I can play 2 pair. And that gets me some multiplier as well. Sure. Yep, look at that big, juicy multiplier. Yeah, that's the goal right there. Okay, wacky. Simple. 7 delicious dollars. Converts up to 3 selected cards to hearts. Level 1. Level up 2 pair. +1 molten. Okay, is that just like an always active? Or I could buy the voucher. Yeah, let me do the voucher for a permanent upgrade.
Grabber redeemed.
Neat. Okay, that's all I can do. So next I fight the Hook. And I'm not going to be able to really stockpile much in the way of cards here. So I can't really build up to good hands. I just kind of have to shotgun stuff here. Though I can work, I think I work around my discards to try and just get like a really good hand first up. Let me get rid of these. Keep ace because it's a high card, and then 7s because they're already a pair. Yeah, because it's only 2 random discards per hand played. So as long as I'm discarding, it's okay. Let's see, 3 of a kind does get me a little bit of a multiplier, which is nice. But I could try and be greedy and go for even better. Yeah, why not? I don't I don't get anything from saving my discards. Oh, and my jack stays permanently upgraded. Ooh, okay. Let me maybe sling one more discard here. Damn, gotta admit, I was kind of hoping to get another 7, or maybe I do like a full house situation. But honestly, I think playing 3 of a kind with the Jack of Clubs to buff it is a decent opening move. Ooh, got rid of my ace. That's very rude. +4 mult. Oh, the Jack doesn't trigger because it's not part of the winning hand. I see. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, and then 9. Can we see a 10? No, but that's still quite good. I'll take a 2 pair. And this Queen of Diamonds is gonna buff it. And then so should the Joker. Yep. Okay, there we go. That's a kill right there. Easy. Show me that money. Okay, I am understanding the mechanics here. +1 mult per consecutive hand playing without scoring a face card. Interesting. Another Joker. Each played hand with diamond suit gives 1 profile. Suit changes at end of round. That seems pretty good. Just because that's a Joker and it's an always-on effect. Yeah. I think I want to rush Jokers as best I can, if I can't get perma upgrades. Alright, next round. Orbital tag upgrade 4 of a kind, but how often am I gonna get 4 of a kind? Forget that. Let me just go fight the small blind here. Okay, 2 pair already. Ooh, each played card with diamond suit. I will get a bit of a boost from just playing this 2 pair right away. Yeah, let me see if I can just exploit my diamonds as much as I can here. Yep, 1.5 mult. 1.5 mult. And the other Joker that just adds 4. Halfway to the goal already. So now... Oh, hey! I can just play a nice, even flush, and with the Joker, that'll up it to ×4, which is, or ×8, rather, that's, 270? That won't quite get us there, but it'll be close. And we're not gonna do a whole lot better than playing a flush. Or, oh wait, the cards give chip values as well. I'm a clown, I keep forgetting that. Okay, then we're good. We're good. Perfect. Alright, nice and easy. And a bonus for remaining hands. Good shit. If hand plays a straight, face card held in hand has a 1 in 2 chance to give $1? Okay. That's not bad. I am tempted. I am tempted. And it's more passive effects, which seem good. And my strategy is very much go for face cards. Because I'm probably playing this a little too much like regular poker. Choose 2 of up to 5 tarot cards to be used immediately. Gives a free Mega Arcana pack. Bizarre Perma upgrades. Honestly, I think I go for this. This tag seems a little more helpful. Mega Arcana pack! Alright. Doubles money, which is useless because I don't have money. Stone card plus 50 chips, no rank or suit. Okay. Rank of up to 2 selected cards. Bonus cards. Creates up to 2 random planet cards. Okay. I think I go with Hierophant, and I boost my aces, because those are already great cards. So rich get richer here. And then 2 random planet cards. Those are like other buff cards, right? I think I like this the best. High Priestess. So what have we got? Level up straight. Level up 3 of a kind, which is a little more doable. Okay, cool. All diamond cards are debuffed, which is not great, given my strat I've been going for. But what does it? Scores no chips, and all abilities are disabled. That's super bad. So I basically need to get all my diamonds out of here. That's fine. Play around my discards a little bit. I do have 3 of a kind leveled up right now. So I can just play the 3 of a kind. And then Ace of Hearts still counts, right? No. Let me... Oh, right! Full house. I'm an idiot. Yeah, forget the... Well, 3 of a kind might actually be better. Because it gets up to a ×5, and it's 50 base. Yeah, that's actually stronger than a full house, which is wild. But, yeah, let me just play a 3 of a kind. It's better with my planet card. Why did that not work? Oh, I have to use it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Very well. Let me get these out of here, see if I can get something better going. Could do kings and 4s and play this 6 at the same time, which is not amazing. But I think I need to save... I need to balance out my hands and discards a little bit here. And, you know, the kings will be worth some. Not a lot, but some. And the Joker is always helping me keep hands relevant. Yeah, seriously, this thing is so good. Okay, I've got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just nice, easy, straight. And so now if I use straight... There we go. Okay. Straight level 2. Okay, now I play the straight. Yeah, the debuff hurts me a little bit here, but I'm gonna have one hell of a multiplier. Is that goal? That's close to goal. Okay, so I just need one good hand to murder. Let me play around my discards a little bit here. Okay, I can just do queens and jacks, and that would probably be good enough. But, I do have one more discard, and it's kind of free to play around that. Let me see if I can get me a 3 of a kind or a full house. Great. Okay, so +2 multiplier. Oh, but the Jack of Clubs being a mult card is better than doing the... Yeah, okay. Playing the better hand in poker is better. A wild concept, truly. Alright, there we go. Easy, easy. Show me that money. Okay, every played card permanently gains +4 chips when scored. That's good. Resets when... I'm not crazy about that one. Voucher tarot cards appear twice as often. Let me go for another Joker. I want to get as many Jokers as I can. Just always on passive effects are good. 2 spectral cards? I don't know what that is, and I want money. So let me go with that. Okay. We got 9s and 2s, which is not amazing. And hearts is now the sexiness. Let me see if I can... I would love to have a full house. It's not a full house. Well, that's fine. Let me just play some... Let me play a 2-pair and kind of clean some stuff out here. And you know, our Canadian Joker gets us some upgrades too. Though some of them are on 2s, which sucks, because how often am I going to be playing 2s? But, you know, I could get surprised. So I got 2-pair again, which is nice. I'm sure I can do better. What is this? Hearts. I would be playing 2 hearts there. Oh, and honestly, if I get one more... Yeah, let me look at this in terms of flushes. Let me try and get the heart flush, because that's going to be very, very good for me. That is not quite what I wanted to see. But, pair... No. The Ace of Clubs alone is not really good enough here. I think I need to sling another discard here. Come on. 1 heart, that's all I need. And Ace of Hearts, perfect. Ace, King, 9, 8, 6. Play that hand, score me a delicious flush. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Look at all that multiplier I'm getting. It's beautiful, fantastic, wonderful, times 34. That's just a win right there. Perfect. I wish I kind of got an overkill bonus, but I mean, I guess that's kind of what they intend for you to do with them remaining hand bonuses. Every played card counts in scoring, but it gives you -1. Oh, it costs an extra Joker slot, I see. Ooh, this gives me bonuses for my each remaining discard. Maybe I just save up for the tarot? I think I save up for the tarot. Let's see, choose up to 1 of 5. So I can just add playing cards to my deck? That's kind of bananas. Yeah, that's kind of hilarious. Let me give that a try. Ooh, it's a foil. It gives plus 50 chips. Red seal, re-trigger this card 1 time. Okay, I think I need the foil card, obviously. And then... Stone card is interesting, but let me get more... Select and select, I guess? Okay, all heart cards are debuffed, which is unfortunate. But I can live with that. Okay, got 3 pairs right off the jump here, which is interesting. Let me... I don't want to score on 3s. Let me just start with a nice discard here. Okay, that's not really much help. I can just open with a 2-pair. Yeah, okay. Just clear some stuff out, basically. Use this hand kind of like a discard. And it'll score me some stuff. It won't be amazing, but it'll be something. You know, 300, pretty modest. Okay, got the beginnings of a straight there. Also the beginnings of a straight here, but like a much lower straight, so I'm gonna throw them in the garbage. Okay. There we go. Nice, easy straight. Nice and clean. This is a lot more chill than I expected it to be. I'm not sure why. I expected the poker roguelike game to be like emphasizing the hype or something. I'm not sure why. Well, here I have another straight, but it's with 2 debuffed cards, which is not great, so that's not gonna score me a But it will be another 600, just my next hand is gonna have to kind of be amazing, my next couple of hands here. But straight is a pretty strong hand to play. I feel like I may have focused a little too much on the jokers, perhaps. Yeah, this hand is a disaster. This hand is an unmitigated disaster. Yeah, just get rid of all this garbage. Ah, no, the Ace of Hearts. Damn, that's one of my better cards, and now it can't help me do a goddamn thing. God, if I play the 2-pair, I'm not gonna be able to win. Yeah, there's no way. I gotta throw out the Ace of Hearts. And pray I draw some absolute magic that I can work with this Jack on. Okay, this is significantly... No, I need an 8. No, I need an 8. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Paranines, just throw it away. I think I'm dead here. I think I'm dead here. I feel I have blundered terribly. Oh good, I got money though. That's something. Okay, all I need to do is score 3,000 points. No big deal. This is as good as I'm gonna be able to do. I don't think this is gonna be nearly enough, but one last hurrah for the road. These upgrades are nice for the long con, but they're not enough to save me in the small term, I think. It's times 18, which is quite good. Yeah, I'm just a bit short. Game over.
You know what they say, the house always wins.
New run. Blue deck unlocked. +1 hand every round. Okay. Oh, red deck gives me discards. Blue deck. Ooh. Okay. I think I like having more hands to play. That seems good. I don't know how far I'll get in this run with the time I have. Doubles my money. Oh boy, I can earn $4. Let's see. 2-pair is an okay opener, but not with cards that low. So shotgun all those out of my hand. Again, 2-pair is okay, but we can do better than that, surely. Apparently not. Fine. 2-pair it is. Oh, and this time I'm not starting with that overpowered Joker. Good thing to notice. Oh, well, no, that came in at the first shot. Okay, I can play kings and nines, I guess? Yeah, that'll get me another, like, hundo, and then I can... Well, I do have another discard. Let me just try for something a little bit better here. Ooh! Okay, yes, absolutely, much better. Full house. Kings over aces, or wait, is it aces over kings? I forget how you denote that. Which one is the over and which one is the under when you're talking about a full house in terms like that? Poor gambler, I can't remember such things. Okay, so very important, what jokers are going to be in the shop? Okay, that one is a literal nest egg. But a tarot card of a poker hand contains an ace and a straight, that's bad. Reroll boss bind, bad. Tarot seems okay. I'm tempted to buy the nest egg. Yeah, let me go for nest egg, and then Arcana pack. destroys up to 2 selected cards. Oh, wild card used as any suit, not any suit in any number. Steel card. I think I like the destroy option. Let's get rid of some low cards here. We want only high cards. Imagine if you could, like, I assume you can, like, rig a, you can rig a run so that you're just always drawing, like, royal flushes, or drawing them very easily. Unlike this absolute garbage hand I've been handed, but I have a decent shot at a flush, so that's what I'm gonna go for. Okay, here we go. Not the most overwhelming flush of all time, but a flush is a flush is a flush. Can't complain, for sure. 296, halfway there. And then, oh hey, would you look at that? It's just the flush, or I could meme a bit and try to get straight flush. I could meme a bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It happened. It happened. As I've said before, I'm literally Vimbert. Ah, it's nice to be lucky. Truly it is. Nice. I like this game. I like this game. May need to pick it up for myself. Vimlock strikes again, truly, but this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. That is... oh, main menu. That is a taste of Balatro, which I think is pretty neat. We must away to other games and other experiences. If you're just coming in, we're moving in from Balatrero. I'm going to roll a new game from a pool of around 1,600 different games. I have no control over what comes up. And we'll play what comes up for the next half hour. If you don't like what comes up, let me know with an exclamation mark veto. You don't have to justify your choice to me. Think it's going to be too good and you want to see me suffer? Veto. Think it's going to be bad and you want to see me play a good game? Veto. You just don't like the sound of it? Veto. It's fine. But next up shall be... how big is that download? I'm leery. I'm kind of on the fence with that. I'm gonna burn one of my own vetoes, because it's right on the fence of what I'd consider too big to download. And I think Dawn of War is kind of this big involved strategy game, and me fumbling around in that doesn't seem to be the best stuff for stream. So instead, let me go for City Skylines, which I have actually never played. I know a lot of people love this game, but I have never checked. That is a large download. You know what? It's fine. We can just chat for a bit. We can just chat for a bit, unless this is gonna take, like, 8 years. Hang on. I don't know if it's downloading multiple patches, but it's like, oh, okay, never mind. Nate says veto. Fair enough. It was looking like it, well, yeah, whatever. Veto's been done, we move on. We move on. Also good to see you, Nate. Next up shall be The Legend of Spyro, a new beginning for the Game Boy Advance. I don't remember if that's the Spyro game that I've played before. I really hope it's not, because that game was not good. But hey, we'll find out, I guess. So I'll start loading that one up. If you'd rather go for something veto. I don't really have much experience with the Spyro games. My little brother absolutely adored them. They were never really my jam, so I never really gave them much of a try, because in my brain it was just like, oh, these are the games that my little brother plays. And that was just kind of it. So just gotta find that in the ever disorganized pile. See, I just joked about it being disorganized, but it's actually usually quite organized. Why can I not find this? Is this gonna be the first time I have to veto a game because I can't find the fucking cart? That would be funny, and honestly kind of amazing. Oh, no! Okay, here it is, here it is, here it is. Cool. I was about to say... Alright, need to... I may need to mute myself abruptly sometimes today. I still have, like, just the very vestigial parts of that crappy cold I was talking about lingering around. Just, you know, a little bit of a runny nose. Might need to mute myself here and there to blow my nose, so sorry, I'll be a sec. But, you know, I've come a long way from when it hurt to drink water, like it did about a week ago, so, you know, that's good. 30 minutes on clock. Let's play some Legend of Spyro. A New Beginning. Good old Sierra. You and your incomprehensible adventure games to my young mind. Do I have a save file? Oh no, I do have a save file. Well. I'm freezing my tail off. I wonder where the Guardian of Lightning is being held. Well, I'm no hero, but how about we follow the path? Metal Dragon. Now I gotta remember how this controls. L is fire. R is other fire. Noted. Oh, okay, I do have a double jump. Good, good, good. Also, this R fire attack kind of seems to be a stun lock, which is good. I like that quite a bit for this Incredijank combat. Because otherwise I just kind of mash B and pray. Also, it feels a little weird that dynamite would work on a dragon, but, you know, whatever. I guess I don't know my dragon lore. Everyone point and laugh. I don't know why. I just, like... Because I was a big fantasy nerd kid, but somehow dragons, like... I don't know, they didn't hold any special allure for me back in the day. It wasn't just like I saw a dragon and I was like, whoa. Maybe because I, like... Some of the first few video games and stuff I can remember playing, like, had dragons all over the place, so, like, they kind of lost, like... their magic for me a little bit. I would be like, oh, look, another dragon. What a wild, crazy happenstance that we would run into a dragon in this fantasy game. I may have been a jaded little shit. I could see myself being like that. That seems entirely too plausible, sadly. I doubt it was, like, quite so... thought through as that. I think one of them just blinked. No way, you're crazy. Oh, here I thought it was like maybe like defrost the other one and then like that fixes the puzzle or something. Nah. Also, these trolls are not weak to fire. Bad. Bad use of source material. Also, for these guys supposed to be like a big, intimidating enemy, I was actually having more trouble with the common enemies before. So, this is a choice that they made. Also, nice to see this is one of those games where I can just kind of skip past fighting enemies if I don't really want to. He says, rapidly discovering that he needs to kill all trolls to advance. Well, that's fine. We were overdue for, some statement making me look like an idiot live. What are the things I'd been missing about streaming? Just the instant karma and hubris. There's truly nothing like it. And then Spyro fell to his death. And there was much rejoicing. Yeah, these games were always my little brother's jam. Like these, I played RPGs on our PlayStation. He played platforms. It was all about Spyro and Crash. And not much else. The PlayStation was mostly a me machine at the end of the day. And I feel a little bad. It was kind of a bad big brother. Like, the PlayStation we just kind of got, but I kind of talked him into, we both worked like a summer job for like one of our dad's friends, because he was setting up a vineyard, which is actually still around in my old hometown, which is kind of cool. And we helped like set up the first, like prune the vines of like the first crop or whatever. Batch words. Oh, I can cling to those. No? Maybe not. But I kind of talked him into using his, like, bit of the money to help us get a PS2, which he then hardly ever played. Still kind of feel bad about that. Me taking advantage of him a little bit, and I think my dad at the time was like, well, you know, if you and Vim are okay with spending your money on that, kids. He was like, I know what you're doing, Vim, you little shit. And I'm like, I probably didn't even know what I was doing. So I might not have cared. Teenage me was kind of a little sociopath in a lot of ways. As opposed to, you know, regular me who is... Anyway, moving on. Little weirded out by just the complete lack of background music. It's a choice that they made. It's very much a choice. Wee-woo, pretty much. Also, I'm sorry to be paranoid. You guys can see the game, right? Just like for some reason, my streaming dashboard just shows like a black screen on my stream preview, and it keeps freaking me. Oh, no, never mind. There it is. Okay. Icy, Spyro-y. Okay. These are all things that Spyro is known for. Okay, not sure why it was like that in the beginning.
Are we there yet? It's chilly out here.
Stop complaining. I'm sure we're almost there.
What about a fire and marshmallows?
Always thinking with your stomach. Also, what is, like, Sparks doing? Because I know in the regular games, he's, like, your health bar. He's kind of like the horseshoes in, Sly Cooper. Or, the voodoo masks in, Crash. But here I have, like, an actual health bar, so Sparks is just kind of vibing. He's just like, haha, I'm not contributing whatsoever. Deal with it, Spyro. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. Okay, do not put baby in the corner, please. Very weird that I have two separate breath meters. And I need to be using them more, but I can just kind of stun lock most common enemies by mashing B, so... You know, if it works, it works. At the end of the day. Also, HD, I know earlier you were saying something to entertain you doing boring ARM. Is it at least better than Library? I like it quite a bit, just because, you know, the gear you can get out of there was good for me, but there's not a lot there if you don't want to be a melee person. But then in Armory, you have the fun boss whose mechanic is, you don't get to do anything for a while. Wow. Oh. I guess I should have been tipped off by the hazard sign. What? Why did you not let me double jump? Okay. What the? I pushed A. Do I need to, like, do an A and hold? Can I glide in this game? I can glide in this game. I'm a clown. I'm a clown. This is what happens when you don't play a game for months. He was feeling a little tilted. Fair enough. Oh yeah, please feel free. The alchemy I do on WoW may as well be good for something. Gold apiece, dang. Went up from earlier today. There's some profits to be made there. You know, for all the expensive things I need to buy, like my mount. Oh, wait. Right, let me see if I can... Yep, just kind of no need to fight those boys. Get to the top of the mountain before time runs out. Watch out for the snowballs those pesky cinder soldiers are throwing. An A to jump, press R to use your flame breath, and... Yeah, okay, same controls as always. Also, this is so weird. They're just like, yeah, background music, we don't do that here. I also have no idea how big the mountain is, so how much... Oh, okay. We're just at the end here. Oh, okay, I guess I have to kill this man. Can do, game. How dare you block? That's illegal. Oh shit, there's another screen. Oh shit, there's another screen. Okay. We must go very fast. We are Mayday. No time to melt snowballs. I will just take the damage. As the ominous background droning continues, like, this is the kind of music I'd expect to hear if this was like a Spyro.exe situation. Like, if he started turning towards the third wall and then his, like, eyes started, like, crying blood or something. Oh god, we have another screen yet. I'm so dead. We're not gonna make it. Oh, I can run and breathe fire. That is a good discovery that I wish I had made before. Go, go, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Spyro froze to death. Okay. Once more with feeling. My favorite Buffy episode. Actually, that's a lie, but it is a really good one. Because it's musicals, and musicals and I have a very complicated relationship as a former theater nerd. I've talked about this before, but just, like, spending my entire college life around, like, a group of friends who would be like, oh yeah, pass the butter, and they'd be like, he passed the butter, and launch into, like, this straight-up, like, 5-minute, like, song from a musical that I'd never fucking heard of, but they would all know completely by heart, and I would be the weird one for not being able to sing along and knowing every single word and having it pitch perfect. I'd be like, what? I need new friends. Which I think is maybe partially why I haven't pursued, like, theater stuff that much as an adult. It's probably more to do with my greed. Because, you know, actors and money. Like, I have a cousin who is making an earnest go at, like, trying to be an actor and make his living doing that. And, you know, since he's not on Broadway, it's difficult. And, you know, like a stage actor. Like, actor. Okay, is there another screen, or am I done? Oh my god, I was almost at the end last time, too. Alright, let's continue climbing the mountain and doing some mass murders. Why are we doing all this? I don't remember. I know more than I wish to know about people. Yeah, that can be the trouble with small town theater communities. Like, you know, if you ever have someone who's, like, in a small town and they're really passionate about theater, and they're not, like, doing theater in a place where theater is more of a thing, there's usually a reason for that, whether that be in talent or personality or some other stuff they do. It's kind of like, I heard something recently that I thought was kind of brilliant. That was like, if you live in a small town, like, to judge the quality of your doctor, ask them about whatever, like, outdoor thing is big, like, near your community, whether that's, like, hunting or hiking or whatever. They give you blank stares, then you might have a bad doctor, like someone who came out there because they couldn't hack it in a place where they might make more money. But if they're enthusiastic, then odds are better that you have a doctor who just wanted to live in the middle of nowhere so they could be closer to their hunting or hiking or whatever have you. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of brilliant. I mean, it's kind of, you have to engage in some stereotyping for it, and it's an overgeneralization, but I'm sure it could come in handy a time or two. This ogre threw a little spitball at nothing. Sometimes they do, it's true. It's true. It's always unfortunate when you find something like that, like the stereotypes exist for a reason, because it just feels shitty to have that kind of thinking confirmed. And what does the blue meter do for me? Do I transform into, like, Super Spyro, where he puts on Juggalo paint? That's a reference for 0 people. Because every once in a while I feel like I confirm a stereotype for someone about some group I'm in, and I'm like, oh. Well, then there are weird things, like, I'm a white person who doesn't really like cheese. And everyone's like, what? What do you mean? How do you not like cheese? I'm like, listen, I'm not a cheese hater, I'm a cheese racist. You've been over this, but yes, a lot of cheese I do not enjoy. It's also partially just like my system, dairy and me, not like to an indigestion or like gross way, but we just don't get along. It does excavate a bit of a condition that I have if I have too much dairy. And it's not like a gross digestive thing. It's like, it messes up like one of my joints, basically. If I get too much calcium, which is weird and ironic, but it is what it is. I have been told this by actual doctors, TM. Yeah, it's not great. It's called calcific tendinitis. Basically, my body decides, hey, we got this extra calcium. You know where would be a good place to put this? In the middle of the muscle fiber in your shoulder. And putting calcium in your muscles is not good for your muscles. To the point where when it was really bad, before I started, like, taking care of myself a little more, I would just basically lose the use of one of my arms, like, every so often, for, like, multiple hours at a time, because I just could not move my shoulder. Yeah, it wasn't great. I have ways to manage it now, though. Yeah, basically, shoulder joint would be not usable. It was kind of funny in a sad way when I went to have it looked at, like, for the first time, because, you know, America, and you don't go to doctors because you are afraid of medical debt and whatever. But I told them, like, hey, I've done some research. I think I have this calcific tendinitis thing. And they're like, oh, no, Mr. Vimbert, you wouldn't have that. You don't get that until you're 50 or 60. They took some x-rays, did some tests. They're like, yeah, you have that. I'm like, great. Thanks for telling me there's no way it could be that. Thanks for it's never lupusing me, actual medical professional. Love that. But yeah, the calcium thing honestly is not a big part of it. It's more just kind of I have to be careful to, like, do exercises and stuff to up my flexibility. So if I get lazy about that, it gets a little bad. And diet helps. I don't know. It's all, like, a lot of little things. I guess back in the day, they used to treat this by just, like, putting some kind of, like, injecting some kind of thing into, like, the affected joint, but they found out more as time... Did a Spyro game really just Ninja Gaiden me? I'm honestly kind of impressed. Not even that mad. I'm a little mad, but I'm not that mad. Let me just go ahead and skip some bodies here. Weird bone growths on my jaw. Yeah, it's always fun to find out more about your health and your body as you age, he said, gritting his teeth. Bone growths on your jaw. Interesting. Ah, yes, you know, the relatable content. I can do the Game Grunts thing. Gee, Jimmy, what was your favorite Vimbird stream? I liked the one where Vim talked about his old man health problems for like 10 minutes. I don't know what child sounds like that. I've met them, actually. Shut up. You don't know their life story. But hey, if that's all I have to deal with, that and like a very, very strong sensitivity to sunlight in terms of I burn the fastest out of any white person I have ever met, you know what? I can put up with that. Oh, I'm missing amazing... Hello there, little dragon. Get him, boys! Sadly for your boys, I can breathe fire, and they are a bunch of damn dirty apes, question mark? This will not end well for your boys. You got gingers in this chat, wanna bet? You know what? Fair. Fair. Besides, it's kind of a no matter who wins, we all lose sort of situation. Oh, the Dimsdale Dimmadome, I mean Shuffle Saturday. It is! Hello, Leafy. How goes, man? Feel like I haven't seen you around for a minute. What you up to? And yeah, we are shuffling. Welcome to the Spyro game that instead of having the traditional, you know, happy, peppy music as befits its bright coloration, just has a low drone in the background the whole time, making it feel like a creepypasta game for no reason at all. See, I was just talking about, Leafy, I was just super sick. I think it's the same thing that's going around for a lot of people. Like, I got a strong, like, fever and, like, night sweating and hell of a sore throat. Like, hurt to drink water sore throat. I just got over that in, like, the last day or so. But it was miserable while it lasted. You've got to learn to be quiet, Spyro. So, if it's the same thing I had, life's gonna suck for, like, a week, and then it'll be fine. Hopefully that's all it'll be. But, hey, get well soon. You too, regardless. Me? Laugh track. Quick, through here, Spyro. I see Voltaire. All I can do is sleep and be dizzy. Ugh. Look. Sparks, maybe he's trying to warn us about something. What? I can't see anything. Ah, Spyro, look out! That guy is tall. You take the big guy. Okay, it's kind of funny that I can, like, strafe him. Damn, the Ice King. Oh, okay, and he even drops... Okay, that's convenient. No! He's like, no, this fire-breathing dragon is going to be my undoing. No! Who could have predicted this shit? Runny nose, headache. Yeah, I had a little bit of that going on as well, so it could be similar, I don't know. It was kind of interesting because I was having to work while still sick, and like, it hurting to talk and everything, but I feel like every single client I talked to that day was also sick, so it was fine. Like, I would do some, like, really nasty, like, horrible, sounds like I'm dying cough and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm just recovering from a cold, and they would be like, oh, no, it's fine, I got that crap too. So I don't know, 'tis the season, I guess. Unfortunately. Give me them gems. Also, this guy's just doing, like, no damage to me. I'm not having to pay attention at all. It's kind of great. Oh, yes. Also wanted to say, I'm not going to stream it, I think, because it's a game... I've already got my lineup of games to play for the next bit. Obviously, Potionomics and then the other stuff on demo day, but I've been playing off-stream the demo for Unicorn Overlord, and oh my god, it's such a good strategy game. Exactly like the old Ogre Battle games, which I adore, and it is going to consume my entire life when it comes out in like a week, so I'm gonna look forward to having no social life again. The plot twist is that I have no social life normally. Therefore, the irony is created and we achieve humor. This is how this is done.
No! No! You have a social life, Imbert. You have value. Stop with the self-deprecating humor. It makes people worried about you.
Fuck you, Ice King. I'll practice self-care if I want. I will be toxic if I so please.
Oh, love yourself, please.
Take that, we showed him.
The Purple Dragon, I am Voltaire, and I must commend you two on your valiant efforts. Incredible, amazing, wonder.
No time to talk, we have to get back to Ignitus?
Ignitus, he lives. I have much to discuss with him. Terrible things are afoot.
Does this guy ever stop talking?
And so I was captured. My powers stored. And my powers stored.
They started speaking dragon, and, you know, I wanted to give you all the authentic experience, so I had to draw back on my high school lessons, but, you know, that was a full debate in dragon for you all. I hope you appreciated that. Shoutouts to Scalies. Real talk, though, I don't know what the fuck happened there. This cart was like, actually, Vim, fuck you.
The time has come for me to teach you the power of electricity, Spyro.
Okay.
Use your electric stream to zap these enemies.
Press R to use your electric stream. Oh, this is way better than my crappy fire breath. Hell yeah.
Your electric arc attack will hone in on enemies from a distance.
Dude, this is so much better than my fire breath. Like, leagues above. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad my dragon doesn't have fire breath anymore.
When you have collected enough purple gems, you can perform an electricity fury. This calls up thunderous electric storms which obliterate any enemy on screen.
Okay, so it's a screen nuke. Thor, smite my enemies! That looks kind of underwhelming, actually.
I am impressed with your progress, young dragon. Never forget to trust in your own abilities, Spyro.
Thank you, Voltaire.
You must go. Cyril needs your help.
Select to cycle between available breaths, but why would I use anything other than electricity? It's just straight up better.
You must move quickly, young Spyro. Our fate depends upon you. Find Cyril and the shrine. The Atlawa may be able to help you. They are a proud tribe, driven underground by Cinder's forces.
I'll do my best.
Me too.
Laugh track.
Oh, Sparks, what are you going to do? You're useless since you're not this game's health bar. Also, they like keep emphasizing, oh yes, use your breaths, and I'm like, okay. Disregarded, I'm just going to beat the shit out of enemies in melee. Because I can hit stun them just with basic melee attacks. Ooh, the Cinder Soldiers are different colors now. Like, I think that's a thing in the Spyro games. Like, a lot of the gameplay revolves around you, like, freeing dragons from being turned into statues, or something like that. Or that might only be the first one. I saw someone else play those games a while back, and that's been, like, the first, it's been like the first exposure I've had to the Spyro games in like a literal decade, and since the days of seeing my little brother play them, when it was his turn to play video games. How dare he, defying the older brotherly privilege. But this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. If you're just coming in, we're moving on from old Spyro. A random game from a pool of around 1,600 games. I have no control over what comes up. And y'all have the ability to veto what comes up. If you don't like what comes up, you can hit !veto, and we'll pick something else first. I think I am going to take a quick break, as I'm feeling a little snotty, and also need to re-up my water, because I had a week off from streaming, and I'm recovering from a cold, so vocal fortitude might not quite be at 100%. Anyway, I'll be back in just a bit. Hope you'll stick with me, and we'll see what game we are playing next. I'm gonna run a quick prediction as well. Okay, I return, take down my lovely AFK screen that is not an AFK screen.
has the prediction closed? Yes. I see only one taker, so I will just refund you. That's fine. There will be other bets to get in on later as the night proceeds. Next up shall be Ninja 5-0 for the GBA. I remember that game. I remember getting stuck in it a lot, so I'm gonna say veto on that. So now it's up to you guys if we throw anything out, because I burned both of mine. Perhaps foolishly, before the 2-hour mark. We'll see how hard I regret this later. Instead, we will play Aviary Attorney on Steam. This is... imagine like Ace Attorney, but with a very distinct visual style that looks like very old, like, art. Also, it's set, like, back in France in the old days. Oh, and everyone is like an animal person, but not like... I don't know, you'll see. They actually, like... they'll be like people, but then they'll have the head of like an actual bird, not like a bird type person, just like the head of a bird. It's weird, but I kinda dug it. This is a game I have played before. And if that sounds awful, feel free to veto that. Otherwise, I will have that fired up in soon. Also, Twitch keeps claiming my bitrate is unstable, but I think my... fretting too much about, like, capture issues when everything is probably fine. So, let me get this fired up here. I think the standard PC game capture should work for this, theoretically. Oh, that is a very small window. Really? That's what it launches in? Or does it not launch at all? Possible technical issues with this one. Is there some kind of... Let me try that again. This is always the part that annoys the hell out of all my friends who have me... Oh, okay. There we go. To do it like this. Does that work? Is that good? Do we like this? I know we have sound. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Do I have to do window capture for this? That would be kind of wild. Okay, yes, I guess we have to do window capture. Very well. Let me fix the sizing on that real quick. Okay, 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play some Aviary Attorney. And a new game. Ooh, that's a bad place for the chat. I gotta shrink you guys down, so... The Chateau Clinaire of Baron Roger. There's been a moide. Is that Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon Dieu! Also, everyone is French, I'm sorry. Dame Cataline, what have you done? Act 1, a cat with claws. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird, Falcon? Ugh, too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time.
I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Signor Pourtois Demiao of the Demiao estate.
Well, this is quite something.
I know, your first serious client in months.
Not just that, the Demiao estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Caroline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for his efforts. Also, now the timer is being blocked. Everything is going wrong. Sorry, just a sec. Bear with me. Hang on. Stand by. There we go.
Wow, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Caroline in court?
Nah. Of course. Of course, it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at La Concierge.
Excellent! My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Signor Demiao's letter first. One moment, Falcon.
Pertoir's letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that.
Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year's party and at Christmas.
Yes, all right. No need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. How much money do we have? 20 francs. Let's make a move. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. A sign on the door reads, the Aviary Attorney Offices. No case is too big or too small. No junk mail. Yep. Let's go to the prison. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the Conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are, well, mannered.
What do you want?
Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Caroline Demiao. I am due to represent her in court.
Oh, you're a lawyer, huh? Fine, fine. Follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up.
My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he?
Dame Caroline Demiao, I presume?
You've arrived, the fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petit assistant, Sparrowson.
Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry.
My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town.
I'm flattered.
But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory.
Oh.
You see, Falcon, I told you listing under aviary attorney would pay off.
Let's get down to business. Dame Caroline, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief.
I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know?
What happened on the night of the moida? What exactly happened on the night of the murder?
Ooh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Crinière, the home of great Baron Rogel. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff.
Business stuff?
Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun.
Sorry, man with a what? Took your what?
Camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture.
Wow, technology is amazing.
I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson.
Pshaw, let me believe.
Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Caroline.
So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. It was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur.
It must have been terrifying.
It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat.
Is the game too loud? The game's a little loud in my ears, but hopefully it's okay for y'all.
Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon?
Dame Caroline, who attended the banquet that evening?
Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest maman couldn't make it. Also, the size of the timer is bad because you can't see the tens digit. And there was Baron Rogel, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Grenouille, well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Rabito de Rubino, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Dame Caroline, did you see anything suspicious that evening?
Suspicious?
Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloodied murder weapon?
Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer.
You got me.
I did not see anything, I am afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident.
I see. Wait! Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did?
Dame Caroline, you said the food was delicious, but you didn't say what food it was.
You and your damn stomach.
Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter.
Go on.
Then a marbled steak served perfect bloody rare.
Glorious. Falcon, write this down.
What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case.
Write it all down, please.
For me.
Fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. A literal red herring. Amazing. Red herring. This is a red herring. Bloody roast steak has been added to evidence folder. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach.
Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery.
No cutlery? Even for the steak?
No, you would think that the great Baron of Chateau Criniere would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen.
That is a little peculiar.
Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon?
No, I think that will be all.
So what's the plan now, Falcon?
The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Criniere and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. We should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Rabito de Rubino.
2 days for 2 tasks? Seems doable.
But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Falcon's like, listen, it's 10 a.m., I'm done for the day.
Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you?
I believe in justice. Dame Caroline, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice.
That's good to hear.
You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. You might want to work on being less of a, how to put it, a fille de pute. If serving justice makes me a fille de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly.
Dame Caroline, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Rogel, these names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they?
Not particularly.
Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is.
A what?
A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog.
I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Sparrowson has started compiling a Facebook. Grenouille, froggy businessman who was found murdered, a colleague, wealthy father. Sparrowson, suave and courageous lackey. What a handsome fellow. The aviary attorney himself, J.J. Falcon.
Can access the list of people you met. Let's make a move. I don't know why that let's make a move just like stuck with me so hard. The game saves automatically at the start of each new day, but you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting save and quit from the pause menu. Access the pub menu, clicking on the cog. So I can freely visit the prison, but that doesn't really solve anything. Investigating the crime scene seems like priority numero uno here. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Criniere. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows. Bird law, yes indeed, Tail.
Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change?
You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? 1 franc. Enough that she's not going to call down the wrath of the beggars upon us, but enough money that I have money. Here you go. Stay safe, madame.
Many thanks to you, messieurs.
That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson, we've got business to attend to. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Criniere.
Whoa, look at this place. Baron Rogel must be loaded.
More than loaded. When it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine.
Is he here right now?
Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse.
Hey, Baron, we'd like a word. How's that?
Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog.
You can thank me later. I think I got his attention.
Did I hear my name? Great Baron Rosier, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators?
Not quite. I am Private Attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate, Sparrowson.
Lawyers, eh? You know you aren't the first who had passed through here today.
Oh?
Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious.
Do you know who he was, Sparrowson?
Perhaps. I have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial.
A friend of yours?
Something like that.
So what may I do for you, messieurs?
We're doing some research on Monsieur Granouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening.
Of course, such a tragedy. He was a good friend and loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself?
Actually, yes, that would be fantastic.
Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the 2nd floor, 3rd door to the right.
Yeah, the art style is phenomenal. This is what drew me in when I played it many, many years ago. I actually don't think the devs have done anything else, which is a crying fucking shame. Because look at this. This is a painting in motion.
That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the... unfortunate incident.
Oh, can we see the finished photograph?
I am afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time.
That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then.
Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron.
It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with your investigations.
So, where should we go first?
The garden, of course. That's where the murder happened. Dame Caroline said that she found Monsieur Granouille on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place.
Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing.
The crime scene investigation thing?
Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed, analyze every object in excruciating detail.
You mean search for evidence?
Yeah, do that!
That's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest, and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you have had enough, or when you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. So, a thing about this game I haven't mentioned is that, unlike Ace Attorney, you can lose trials, and the game will still keep going. So, you can absolutely fuck up these investigation segments. Another beautifully made horse statue.
You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep. Eventually we realized that it was just filling up on hors d'oeuvres.
Ugh, terrible. I chuckled. Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died.
Do you see any bloody footprints? Ooh, or maybe a name scrawled in blood written with a frog's last breath?
Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. Sparrowson is valid, so if you're Sparrowson, you're valid. But I do have bad news for you. Sparrowson has compiled what he refers to as a Facebook, a collection of people's faces. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed on the staircase. Fountain? This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin.
It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That'd be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon.
That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We have to wade in to take a closer look, just to be sure.
Yeah, I suppose we should.
Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin.
Me? No way. If you want to go wading, do it yourself.
I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around the fountain like a duck in a lake.
Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it.
Flip for it?
Yep, I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim.
I'm going to call heads because I'm betting you're trying to dupe me.
So, what'll it be, heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles?
Put it all on heads. Don't let me down, old emperor.
Here I go. It's tails. Roll up your pantaloons, Falcon. You're going for a swim.
Ah, fine. Hold my shoes.
Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. Ah! Dang it.
I was right, but not right enough.
I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost.
Poor Falcon.
Ah, you're back. Had a good swim?
No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though.
What is this? It's brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a
very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to the Baron? Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all.
I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to do here?
Is there anything else I can even examine? Or a statue?
That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says,
"Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one.
What? No, the barkeep says,
"You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. See, Falcon can give as good as he gets. Finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike.
Would you say it behooves you to stroke it?
No, I would not. One more horse pug. Come on, game. Baron Rogiel certainly likes his horse statues.
I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding.
We are all out of horse puns, I'm afraid. Okay, so I got one piece of evidence.
Good call, but are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time.
Don't push your luck. Okay, let me check out the lounge then. You're very tall. You're a giraffe. Excuse me. Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken.
Psst. Hey, Falcon, did you see that?
See what?
That housemaid totally just did something shifty.
Shifty?
I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it.
Excuse me, mademoiselle.
Ah, yes? Are you two policemen?
No, we're private attorneys. My name's JJ Falcon.
And I'm Sparrowson.
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Doubt. So, what can I help you messieurs with today?
Also, that is not like an issue with the capture. Her head is just cut off in the actual game, too, because tall giraffe. We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask?
You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers.
Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess?
No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week.
Pressure her. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding?
It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts.
Right, and... Wait, what? No! That's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson.
It isn't? Oh. What do we do then?
I'll tell you later.
Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask?
We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room?
Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see, the cameraman was standing... just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon.
And where was the camera pointed?
But at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location.
Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock.
I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor.
I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands.
Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think the Baron just keeps it around as a conversation piece.
Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working.
It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it.
Is there something else you wanted to ask?
No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help.
It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it.
Actually, I kinda did.
You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind, I'm rambling.
It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps?
Ah, you know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me.
That's one mystery solved, at least.
Missing silver has been added to your evidence folder. Isn't marked as... Yep. Okay, housemaid stole it.
I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind and I would hate to break his trust.
You know, by stealing from him or anything. I see.
So, where to next, Big Bird?
The main hall, where I think we might be done here.
Did you, messieurs, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order.
I'm a little weirded out by the cigar butt, but we had a good look. Thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you.
Please ask away. I have nothing to hide.
Oh man, I could totally rat her out. Baron, I would like to ask about your activities on the night of the murder.
Am I in trouble?
No, nothing like that. We're just gathering the full picture. Put your subject at ease when you're going to interrogate.
I see. Well, let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, and we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. That part went magnificently. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that.
I see.
Is there something else I can help you messieurs with?
Normalize being an absolute stinker. We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhab.
She's a courteous young lady, isn't she?
Ooh, chat, do I rat her out? Do I rat her out? Do I rat her out? I'm tempted. But honestly, kind of amazing for her to just swipe from this. You know what? This dude's got enough money. Fuck him. Yeah, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation.
I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask anything else?
I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs.
Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon?
I hope so.
Don't worry, if everything goes wrong in the trial, we can always just wing it.
Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. A new day. Alright, gotta investigate the photographer, which seems like a weird avenue for investigation, but whatever. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock?
Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robito de Rubinio, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he is a pretentious bird brain. But in any case, the artist seems to be out. What should we do now?
Knock anyway, just in case.
We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon.
We should break in. There's nothing else to do. Let's make a move.
Ugh, I hate the feeling of a wasted trip. Is there really nothing else we can do?
Well, I suppose we could break in, but this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. A bit of a taste of Aviary Attorney. You do get full, like, courtroom segments and the like from the game, too. It's been a long time since I played it, but it was kind of enjoyable coming back to it after these many years. Neat game, strong visual style, as you can see. If you're from that game, gonna roll another game out of a list of around 1,600 different games, completely at random. I have no control over what comes up, and we'll play that for the next 30 minutes. You guys have the power to type !veto and make me pick something else if you don't like what comes up. And then, yeah, we'll have another half hour of whatever comes up, as I need to blow my nose again. I may be sicker than I realized. Cool, fun, love that. Okay, sorry. Didn't want to go 2 weeks without a shuffle. Next up on the stream shall be... Cats, your virtual pets pals for the Game Boy Color. Alright! I did say I was going to be punished for, Can I not find the exact... Okay. Veto from Nate. I'm pretty sure I played that game before and it did not capture well either, so I was doubly dreading it.
let's get something better, or maybe something more entertainingly bad. Instead, we shall play Secret of Evermore for the SNES. This is a game that I've always thought was pretty cool, because it's like the Secret of Mana game that was made specifically for the US. Because they just took the Secret of Mana engine and were like, hey, what if we just made another game? But I never really tried it out that much. Secret of Evermore. Alright, give me a minute or that fired up here. Let me know with a veto if you'd rather we go for something else. Otherwise, I should have that fired up in soon. Secret of Evermore. Where are you here? Here we go. "30 minutes on the clock, let's play some Secret of Evermore." We'll probably get that when I open the game. Some good old Squaresoft action. Character name is, of course... Oh, B is confirmed. That's gonna mess me up about 800 different times. Vimber. Will it let me fit this whole thing? It will! Amazing! Podunk, USA. Fall, 1965. The land is dying. The people suffer under Reaganomics. Actually, wait, that's an anachronism. Reagan wasn't president yet, was he? My history is not as good as it should be. Lots of 50% off sales, though. That's something. An experiment is about to conclude. Boobs.
My friends, prepare to be a part of history. With a twist of an arm here and a flip of a switch here. Wait a minute.
That's not right. And then everyone died. 30 years later... What a classic. My favorite part was the battle with the slime beast in the toxic swamp. You could hardly tell that it was really a bunch of old tires and a garden hose. Where are you going, buddy? That's not the way home. Wait for me! Now, where did he go? The door is open. I'd better take a look inside. There you are. You know, I think that cat is long gone. Hey, where are you going? Yikes. Watch out for that. Oops. Hey, look. A mummy. A chainsaw and a balloon animal? This wall panel is kind of loose. We didn't make the graphics for these. Wow, I think we found some sort of secret entrance. Wow. This looks like the PZS plasma drive in When Consonants Collide. I wonder if it works. Whoa! We should get out of here before something goes terribly wrong. You'd best start believing in time travel stories, boy. Hey, don't chew on those wires!
Uh-oh. And so he died.
What have we here? An intruder, I fear.
That was some blast. Who are you?
That's not important. We've got to get you out of here. We can't have you meddling with the professor's experiments.
Oh, I thought you were like a professor.
Come along.
Who's that, Carlton? Do we have a visitor?
It's no one, no one at all. Continue with your work, Professor. After you.
Now what? Now we get murdered, my dear boy. I appear to have nothing. Okay, first I gotta find the mana sword. Oh, secret of mana. Oh. Received bazooka. Cool. Just, you know, casually give me a free bazooka. This does not look good. Ah, right, it's got that charge up time as well. $242. Yeah, I'm definitely not being allowed to keep this weapon after this part. There's no fucking way.
Bazooka, you're my best friend. You're our first party member.
This looks like a way out. Is that you, buddy? I can't see very well. It's dark in here. Hey, I think this is some sort of futuristic escape pod. Oops, there goes the control pad. Mode 7. Whoa, that was some landing. I think the pod and bazooka are shot. Oh, where am I anyway? And where's my dog? Here, buddy. Here, pupster. Where are you, boy? Wow, is that really you? You've changed. If you're really my dog, you'll fetch this stick. Okay, go get it. Seems legit. Well, this isn't the stick, but it'll do. Come on, buddy, let's look around. Found the pedal. Okay, so I just get a party member right away in the form of the dog, and he's broken as shit. I can live with this. He's got more health than me. But maybe I eventually get magic or something. Okay, dog got him. We're exploring. I'm assuming pedal is a healing item, yeah? Targeting. Right, pedals. Let me save that, because I think it does just, like, use it immediately if I try to examine it. If I remembered my secret of mana right. Because this is built on the same engine. Just, you know, it's just kind of... People are like, you know, we can just make another game out of these nuts and bolts, which is kind of crazy that they did that. They were like, yeah, let's just take this game and make another game out of it. Absolutely unhinged. I love it. Also, ow. Ooh, okay. No, not the dog. There we go. Tis a heal, as I suspected. Okay. Need to find a something here. I have a strange feeling about this. Luckily, the dog is tanking this for me. Ow. Oh, is this maybe going to be a you have to get your ass kicked fight? Because the amount of damage he's dealing to me is really damn high. Also, the dog is down for the count, which ain't good. Cool, we can just miss. Love that for me. Fuck. Oh! Oh. Well, I did get a free heal when I leveled, so... Hey, that's something. Come on. Come on. Come at me. Ah! I'll just kill dinosaurs forever. I am the Dino Slayer. Fear my bone club. Yeah, Doggo is not doing well. But he is fine. He is fine. He's just tired. I think you can actually play this, like, Secret of Mana, you could play with multiple people controlling multiple party members, so I think you could have someone be the Doggo. What? Why did that deal no damage? Oh, did I have less than 100% charge? I probably had less than 100% charge, didn't I? Crap. The Mana games have always held kind of a fascination for me, because, like, for years I wanted to be able to play Seiken Densetsu 3, because it seemed like such a fascinating game in the SNES library, which is why I was just so pleased that we got Trials of Mana a while back. Oops, I'm dead. And it was great. Oh, yep.
You okay, kid? You took quite a beating out there.
It doesn't have co-op? That seems wrong. Huh. Whoa, what happened?
The raptors got you. They're a tricky lot, they are. Thanks to this wild animal here, you were saved.
That's no wild animal. That's my dog. He's just not himself right now.
Well, now that you're both safe in our friendly village, you can save your game, okay?
Sure.
Feel free to take items from the gourds in this village. Not that dog in him. True. We know that you'll return the favor, and you definitely need the help.
2 roots. Alright, let's go avail ourselves of some free stuff. Water, talons.
My, that was quite a fight you had in the jungle. You should be more careful.
Find alchemy ingredients aplenty if you search the village's outskirts, but be careful, the place is packed with creepy creatures.
Eve, 3 parts clay, 18 talons.
My brother Strongheart told me that he was going to look for the big bug in the bug muck. Said that there may be rare alchemy ingredients hidden in the bug's skeleton. Strongheart searches the area often for ingredients. When he returns, he always gives some of them to me, and I sell them to townspeople who know alchemy formulas.
Neat.
This is the hut of our leader. Please show Fire Eyes your respect.
Okay. Oh. Hello, everyone. Fire eyes, fire eyes, fire eyes, fire eyes. Fire eyes, fire eyes.
What? Oh, hi. My name's Elizabeth. Everyone around here calls me Fire Eyes.
Hi. Vimbert is my name.
Well, Vimbert, step into my hut. We'll talk.
Did you also get isekai'd?
I heard that you had quite a fight in the jungle. Is that the wild beast that saved you?
Yeah, but he's not a wild beast. He's my dog.
What's his name?
His name? It's... Certified Mug Moment. Mug.
Mug? That's original. You're not from around here, are you?
I'm not really sure where here is, to tell you the truth.
You're on Evermore in my prehistoric village. I'm the leader.
Yeah, I was thinking of you, Antihero. I know you've talked up this game a fair bit, but I've never really given it a try. You wouldn't know how to get to Podunk from here, would you?
Podunk? Interesting. I might. Maybe we can work something out. How'd you like to make yourself useful around here?
Well, The new village alchemist Strongheart has wandered off to the bog muck in the east. He's been searching for alchemy ingredients that are plentiful in the muck. If you can help him get back to the village, I will help you with whatever you need. Well, as Captain Leaf Meldrock says in Mars Needs Lumberjacks, I'm ready for anything. Also, thank you for Mostly Lurk. Enjoy your Mostly Lurk. Before you go, I'd like for you to have an alchemy formula that I've developed. I call it Flash. It's pretty powerful against mean creatures. Small fear ball. You can use the formula whenever you have 1 part wax and 2 parts oil. Just select the spell and let it fly. The more you use the Flash formula, the stronger it will get. Cool, thanks. Found a biscuit. But is that a biscuit in like the American sense or the British sense? This is a very important question. So I need to find the alchemist, huh? Well, let me just... Need them if we plan to go into the jungle. Yes. Let me just get some free things around here. My dog kind of seems like he's like constantly angry. Come on, calm down, man. I like how my hair kind of like bobs and weaves as I move around. It's kind of a nice touch. Okay, now we are back on the outskirts. So how do I do a magic? That is something I should probably figure out. No, not X. Oh, dog biscuit. Okay, petals for me, dog biscuit for dog. Understand. A, perhaps? No. Do I need to, like... Bone crush. Oh, Flash. Oh, but I don't have the ingredients. Okay, maybe I should look around the village a little more first. Oh, I'm playing as the dog? That's cool, but I don't want that. I'd like to go back to playing as the boy, please. Crap, how do I swap back? Maybe it will automatically when I get back into... No? I don't know what I did. Whatever, I'm the dog now. This is fine. Become doggo. Okay, I already rated that. So is that everything in the village? Dog's just so slow, though, is the problem. Select button. Ah, okay. Makes sense. Very NES type use of the select button. Not sure why I didn't try that. Just in my brain it was like, oh, well, this game is weird and never uses the start button for anything, so
Alright. Now let me set forth and... Oh, I can't go past here because I don't have a sword, probably, to cut the grass with. They give you that shit right away in Secret of Mana, but... Sorry. Oh! That's cool. He's doing a sniffer. Oh! Oh, he just does that and then there's... Oh, so up there was a hidden item then. So he starts to sniff a little bit when there's something in the area. That's very convenient. Found some water. Cool. I like this item finder mechanic. You got a thing, game. Yep. Okay, I guess south of town then. I'll give it a go. One of us, you were like Fire Eyes, Village of Fire Eyes, thank you for protecting us. Some nice petals. Yeah, can I get some more of them? I only found one around town. That seems a little low. New alchemist is missing. Train the lizard, okay. Nothing important there. Let me just go and do a violence. Must not have the ingredients for Flash. It's convenient that, like, these starting enemies, just a combo of me plus Doggo is enough to rip them apart. I appreciate that for the early game. One of the toughest bits I had starting out in Trials of Mana was because I was playing as the magic gal, and she doesn't actually start with any mana, or start with any magic because of how that game's magic works. And that you basically have to beat like a summon thing, and then it'll let you use its appropriate element. And yeah, at the beginning of the game you don't got that, so you are a person who is completely built towards magic, who becomes the most broken character in the game by far, and all you can do is just smack people with your stick. I was like, oh god, what have I done? This is gonna be horrible. But then it worked out. And she just, like, even the bonus boss of that game, well, one of the two, I casted her most powerful spell like 4 times, and the boss died. It was kind of incredible. Like I said, Trials of Mana, very easy game, but very fun. Little grindy, though, and the voice acting was bad. Like, I don't have a super high opinion of my amateur efforts here, where I just apply my Swiss Army knife of voices to every character. But if they had someone doing that who was, like, about half as talented as I was, it still would have been better than what that game did. Which was, like, just the absolute worst voices. Like, it was like PS1 era voice acting. It was not good. I mean, it's not really a hot take. It was kind of a common complaint about the game. Like, literally one of the 6 recruitable characters you could have spoke only in Ulu speak, and her name was Charlotte, so she called herself Shawat. It was not good, and it's a shame because she was the dedicated healer. So, most of the time, you'd want her on your team, but you had to deal with her voice lines as a punishment for taking one of the best characters. I don't think that was an intentional, but... yeah, that game was interesting, because it's like, any one of the 6 recruitable characters could be your quote-unquote main character, and would change the storyline, and then you could pick which other 2 characters were going to be on your squad. Like, right from the beginning. And so, I went with the 2 hot babes, and then generic swordman. And generic swordman, he sure did exist. But the girls were amazing. I did not choose the cleric girl because they let me hear a sample of her voice, and I was like, no, I don't think I will. But yeah, that game is about the only game of the Mana series that I've put in any real time with. Which I think is a damn shame, because... I don't know, I really liked Secret of Mana as a kid, but I've tried to come back to it as an adult, and I can't, like, navigate enough. It does this thing where there's no world map, so I keep getting lost as far as where the hell I'm supposed to go. It's a good RPG for its time. Just... it does not work in ways that interact well with my brain. And then I know there's, like, Sword of Mana, which some people really like, and Legend of Mana, which I hear is good. I don't know, it's just one of those JRPG series that I know is pretty highly regarded, that I've just, like, I've barely touched at all. Kind of like how I feel like when some people talk about the Tales of series, where they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that, but I've never played it. I'm like, how could you have never played it? I feel like the few Mana fanatics I run into are like, wait, what do you mean you love JRPGs and you barely played a Mana game? Fix that immediately. And I'm like, yeah, but which? Because it kind of feels like, even among the Mana fans, and this could be complete inaccurate, Poshol and Hip. I don't know what that means. But I'm going to assume more uwu or something. What the fuck is that? Also, it would be nice if I could use this cool alchemy formula, but I guess I can just hit things with a bone club too. That's fine. Damn, they hit kind of hard too. Yeah, I feel like I should be using flash on these hoes. But I don't have the alchemy ingredients for it, so here we are. There we go, there's one. Yeah, Chrono Cross, I mean, I didn't play Chrono Trigger until, like, 3 years ago or something. It took me a while to get around to that one, too. Oh god, oh boy. Sounds like a real delight so far. I don't know, maybe I can put that on the next demo day whenever I'm able to finally get around to clearing the games I'm gonna play off of that, which I'm not getting through terribly quickly. Don't get me wrong, I'm super enjoying myself on Potionomics, but the rate is not quick. Okay, good. Mug Moment leveled up. And I leveled up. Okay. That's good. We kind of needed that. Okay, these dudes just spawn infinitely. Screw this. Oh, God. The darkness of time. We may be able to detect another energy reading from the Wada womb. Ah! Poor doggo. Wow, and I thought a little sand in the shoes was irritating. Read the whole thing? No, I don't think I will. Slow creatures easily fall prey to the sucking sand whirlpools. You need the speed of the jaguar. Sounds like a good alternative to being soaked in sand. I can provide you with the Jaguar Tooth Ring. Gives the wearer the ability to run with the speed of the fastest feline. Jaguar. It's free with any purchase, today only. Okay. Oh, I see. Well, let me buy a petal, and a petal, and then dog biscuit as well. Please take this Jaguar Tooth Ring as my gift to you. Oh my god, I can run now. Thank you. Hold the A button to run, but watch your energy. A long run will wear you out. Finally. Yep, but it uses up my attack gauge. Right. Much better. Okay, that's kind of clever then. They're just like, yeah, you're gonna get caught by one of these sand things eventually. Then we can give you the new mechanic. The dog is really funny. Maybe we should be a little more careful around these whirlpools. Like Jack McCoy said in Invasion of the Mole People, stay focused and watch your step. Boy, they really go ham with the number of whirlpools. They're like, you will unlock the ability to run, goddammit. Oh. Speaking of goddammit. Oh, that didn't send me back too far. This is getting kind of old. We should really try to avoid these whirlpools. Yeah, you know, that's totally not what I was doing. I was just definitely falling in them on purpose. Thanks, game. I never would have thought of that. Though I do think the dog... Game. I beg of ye, I was running. Come on. Please, sir, if I could have a crumb of getting past these fucking whirlpools. No, not again! 4 crystals. But this is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. A bit of a taste of... Okay. Encore it is then. Another 15 minutes is a go. And I'm free from those damned whirlpools. Okay, they have high defense, but not that much HP, which is fine. I can live with this. Free pedal. That's always good. Okay, this is just a worthless area, I guess. See, I believe, chat, you now have 2 vetoes? Yeah, no, 1 veto left. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Nate has used 2 so far. Yep. Just FYI, for everyone keeping track. Okay, so going up the stairs here is just optional treasure land. Fair enough. I'll behave and not make you play for an hour. Appreciate that. Ooh, funky. You know, instead of like, I guess instead of the Secret of Evermore or Secret of Mana game, I was all about my Illusion of Gaia for SNES action RPGs. And I guess Zelda, if you count Zelda. I don't personally, but I know some people do. I think these people are wrong, but... Oh, enemies can drop petals? That's cool. Appreciate that. Well, except for Zelda 2. Zelda 2 I absolutely count as an RPG. Because Zelda 2 is weird. And I always, like, kind of feel like I want to try playing it sometime, but then I look at it and I'm like, do I really want to try playing it sometime? Hello, friend. I don't get many visitors out here in the bug muck. I study alchemy. It's very powerful. Alchemy? You're not Strongheart, are you? No, but I know him. I saw him only a few days ago. He was walking toward the big bug. If you're going in after him, you should have another alchemy formula. Alchemy is quite useful. You take a little of this and a little of that, and poof! It's like magic. Let me give you the hard ball formula. It's an effective weapon. Hard ball. Target gets beamed. Just mix 1 part crystal with 1 part clay and give it a good toss. Oh, so I can probably actually use this one, eh? I would love to purchase ingredients. 5 at... Ooh, these are kind of expensive. Get an oil and get a wax and color good. Oh, and the save point. Excellent. The Vimbert, the dog. Clay, water. Water? Okay. I chose wisely my ingredient purchases then. Or it may have been smarter to not buy ingredients, but whatever. I want to be able to play around with alchemy. Because I feel like my crappy little bone club is not gonna cut it for the boss fight, probably. Okay, can't go further that way, apparently. Oh, doing a sniffer? I'll cover you, buddy. Come on, mug moment. Find me some free shit. Perhaps not. When I was young, I never quite understood the need to, like, charge up to 100%, so I always try and, like, just spam the B button, because I'd be like, yeah, just do a lot of hits. Because I was an impatient child. Now, as an impatient adult, I can understand the intentions behind the system. It's kind of like, you know, I'd honestly prefer this over some kind of, like, you know, like an out-and-out stamina system. Like you have in Elder Scrolls and all that. Those always seem annoying to me. Or Souls games, too. Then again, I've not played a lot of Souls games, so... I don't know, maybe they're fine when you get used to them. I'm probably just not used to them, because back in my Demon Souls days, pretty much all I did was just spam magic like a big old coward. But hey, it was effective. Was it as effective as actually getting good at the game? Well, no. But it kind of worked for some progress. Until the game got wise to my bullshit and started punishing me for it. I don't recall making it very far in that game. But I feel a little bit proud in a awful hipstery way that I played Demon Souls before Dark Souls got all big. Because that was the OG back on the PS3, baby. My buddy Ryan was like, hey, this game Demon Souls is kind of cool, you should try it. And I tried it and was like, wow, I'm really bad at this. Oh, wait, pedals. I can do free pedal if I'm quick here. I was not quick. Alas. Now I'm probably gonna level up in like 2 seconds anyway. Oh well, c'est la vie. This looks like a boss fight. Let's dive in, shall we? Or maybe just a little dungeon? Just a little nice dungeon? Sprint up it? No good? Okay. That's many caterpillars. Oh, you can walk on this. I thought it was part of the background. Don't I feel silly? Good job, doggo. Carrying the team. Feel like I should try to strike a balance. Ooh, that's not great. Feel like I should try to strike a balance between, like, trying to just speed through this to see more of the game and actually, like, trying to level up a bit. So I have more of a chance to survive versus the boss. So I should try my alchemy. Flash. Oh, that's all the more damage it does? That's a little underwhelming. I guess they did say it levels up as you use it more, so... But my question is, can I get alchemy that heals me? That would be the really good part. If we could get that, something like that going. I would greatly appreciate it, game. You know, be able to use something other than just these damn pedals. Yeah. I got petals, it's fine. Main character boy is like, and of course, is like, brewing petals into tea? Nah, I just take them straight. It's the American way. No, it's not. Some of us like tea, know how to appreciate it properly. We don't all boil our water in the microwave. Oh! I didn't even need the dog for that. I just hit B on the right spot. Very well. Oh. What do then? They're like... Huh? Yeah, I guess I gotta do a slip and slide. But then I'm just right back to the beginning. Well, okay. That was a thing, I guess. I find myself thoroughly whelmed by that cave. Not under, not over, just whelmed. Also, I really need a little more reach in my weapon. Feel like I have to, like, be inside an enemy before I can damage them, which is not my favorite. Certainly not for the types of enemies they've got me fighting so far. They're all bugs and junk. This really felt like it should have been like the... Oh, sniff it. Ah, there we go. Some roots. Maybe... Now I've already been here. I must have missed something in the cave. It's the only conclusion I can come to. Maybe I just went the wrong way? Hey, Cody. How goes? Cave is the answer. Yeah, it really feels like it ought to be from just the conveyance. You know, it looks all big and imposing, and you're here to save this alchemist dude from danger. It makes sense that, like, the boss bug would be in this big cave place. Give me that free petal, thank you. Let me try... Oh, right. Gotta remember that those do that. I was gonna say let me stick to the sides, so I don't, like... pen myself in as hard? Maybe? Possibly? Nope, that's no good. Nope, I have to take the fun slip and slide back. Very well. Let me return from whence I came. With only a scant few minutes, will I be able to figure out where the hell I'm going? Signs point to no, because it is still me, and, you know, that whole thing I have with directions and... No, this is useless. So, can I get... Fun mechanic. Very fun mechanic. Love it. Love it, really. Yeah, I'm not sure childhood me, who is even worse with directions than adult me, would have stuck with this game just because of this cave. I would have gotten frustrated from, like, the path collapsing like that, I think. I was an impatient child. Still a bit of an impatient man at times. God damn it. It cost you no money to not do this, programmers. You didn't have to make your dungeon this way. And yet, you have. Ooh. Oh. Pull up on pedals, that's fine. Like, I feel like I ought to have, like, some kind of jump ability or, like, hook shot type thing to get through here. So this path seems promising. So, you know, I'm probably gonna find where the boss is right when time runs out. Yep. That's absolutely what's happening here. Or maybe not. There's a bit more yet to go. Ooh, I don't... Ooh. This is like that one area in the castle in Link to the Past, but not as well conveyed. Okay, those are just nothing then. Dead ends, I think. Yeah, but they're the only ways to go from here, right? Well, this just dump me back out onto the... Oh! I thought it was going to dump me out, like, back onto the ground floor, so to speak. I see. But that brings our encore to an end, so this being Shuffle Saturday, we must move along. Nice to try a bit of Secret of Evermore at last. Because I never did back in the day, but it just came in. We're moving on from Secret of Evermore. Around 1,600 games loaded up into this Cookie of Fortune. Let me mark off a veto for the encore that Silvar used. I'm going to pull a random game from this list of 1,600 games, and we're going to play that for the next half an hour. I do find myself tiring out a little bit here, so this next game might be last game. So I'm going to take a minute to let y'all do a quick gamble, if you like. Because I thought I was 100% over the illness. I might not be 100% over the illness. I'm like 98% over the illness. Or 97 or something. My throat's starting to feel a little bleh, and I want to make sure I'm still good for a lot of Potionomics tomorrow. So, it might be shorter than a regular shuffle, and I'm sorry about that, but I can get in at least one more. I'll see how I'm feeling after the next game. Health is important, it's true. It annoys me when my body doesn't cooperate. And I thought I was completely recovered, but, you know, I hadn't exactly had occasion to, you know, talk for 2 to 3 hours, more or less straight, like I do when I'm streaming, so, so it goes. Whatever will be, will be. Of course, tomorrow morning I will be streaming some Potionomics, doing some capitalism, winning some contests, probably continuing to utterly conquer that game. I had been a little worried when I started it about how difficult it was going to be, but so far it's been very doable and very enjoyable. I must see the potion setup. Yeah, right? Get me a potion for my throat. Though I do have a potion, it's called water, and a second potion, which may or may not be called whiskey. Which is probably doing the opposite of helping, but is delicious. And I have a problem. No, I'm fine, I'm fine. Been able to hold myself back while I'm recuperating. Potionomics game is very cute. Some people I was reading up on were like kind of annoyed by it because the focus was just on like the competitions, the boss fights, so to speak. And it wasn't about just making money, and you have to manage your time, but that all comes together to, like, make me love it. I love, like, time management and, like, kind of trying to min-max and kind of, you know, figuring out how to best manage my in-game time. It clicks with me in a way that is very enjoyable. Also, I saw that, if you saw that prediction very quickly go away, we only had one person betting, so it just refunded. Next up on Shuffle shall be... Nope, that would take too long to install. Art style tells me, yeah, I am 300% certain that the fan art is very, very spicy. Because even just the default art style is very cute, and some of the characters are very hot. Not like to a Hades level of, oh no, everyone is hot, but we're like starting to approach that. Instead of that, we'll play Overland? This sounds vaguely familiar. Is this a game I already have installed? Question mark? This sounds like an itch.io thing. Overland. Okay. Oh, yeah, I've played this before. Did I want an Underland, right? Did I uninstall this? No, I still do have it installed. Yes. Okay. This... Oh, never mind. Nate says no. Very well. With no vetoes left, we're gonna go total chaos mode. Maybe we'll get Underland. What would Underland look like? I don't know. But what I do know is that we will instead be playing Darkest Dungeon. Okay, I'm down. Let me just, quietly, subscribed items, subscribe from that, and that, and that, and that, cause some of these might get me banned. Oh. Nate going for the chat veto, okay. And another, okay, never mind. Instead of Darkest Dungeon, we will go for... Digimon Survive. Oh, I have some feelings about this game. Digimon Survive. Alright, that's fine. I'm game. That'll be a little bit of a download, but it shouldn't be too overwhelming. This game. Oh, this game. I've talked about this game on stream before, I'm pretty sure. It tries to, like, split the difference between a visual, like a creepy horror visual novel and, like, an intense, like, tactics RPG that just kind of fucking fails at both, to the point where, like, yes, this is the Vienna-like, Cody. Where it's supposed to be like, oh, look at these lovable characters, you want to see them all live. And instead it was like Until Dawn, where I was cheering and hoping every single character would die, because I hated all of them. But I did think it did some kind of cool things with atmosphere here and there. The Bandai classic maneuver. Oh, Bandai. You take some swings and you frequently miss. Yeah, it's only gonna be like another minute here, so yeah, it won't be too long. Let me start updating categories and stuff. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to pull in some, like, New Game Plus bonuses because I've beaten the game before? Who knows? I love them despite it all. I mean, at least they try things. That's better than devs who don't try things. Because if you do devs who don't try things, you end up with, like, Blizzard or Ubisoft. Sorry, Repu, if you're hanging out in chat. And that's probably me being unfair because I don't play very many of those devs games, because I generally don't like them. Okay, download has completed, so getting this fired up here. Oh, actually, that's right. Because JRPG port on Steam, the mouse and keyboard controls are bad, so let me plug in the Xbone controller. Because I seem to recall, even for, like, the visual novel bits, it was like, yeah, this feels better to control with controller. Classic Japanese dev move. Real Yakuza use a gamepad, and all that nonsense. Okay, let me set it up like this, and go like this.
Oh, that's right. You don't like me alt-tabbing out of you, do I? Let's kill the music now, then. Okay. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's play Digimon Survive. I think there might only be Japanese voice acting. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've touched this game. Anyway, new game. Yeah, that's fine. Because I have beaten this game. I just ended up doing it kind of out of a sense of stubbornness. Oh, why is it showing my cursor? That's supposed to be off. Yep, okay. Everything is broken today. Scared. Don't worry, we're okay. Come on, over here. Can I... just turn off the... yeah. The game seems a little quiet, so... Can I turn this to instant? I cannot. So you guys can at least get my voice acting. In case you're, you know, just lurking and doing other things while watching me stream. But why would you do that? No, I know you would do that.
Ah! Oh no! They made it over here already!
Get away from there!
I won't let you lay a hand on them. You guys!
Time to learn some of the basics of battle. No. I already know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a tactics game. You move on a grid, and you attack. Also, hey, look, it's Renamon. Everyone's favorite Digimon. Yeah, they try to pretend the tactics part is very deep, but it's very not. B to switch the cursor, fine. Put it over the enemy. Great, can see their info. Cool, fascinating. Yeah, it was a surprise for me when, you know, as a kid, I thought Renamon was so cool, and it turns out that Renamon was popular on the internet for a completely different reason. I was like, oh, my childhood innocence.
Why I oughta.
Ah. No! I won't let you harm these children any more than you already have. If we can just get to that place. Miyuki? I'm okay. Go. Head for that light. Run, Haru. Get out of here. No way. I'm not leaving you behind. What are you doing? Go on. Hurry. It's no good. I can't hold them back anymore. Look out! What the? It's sucking me in. If anything happened to you, You have to get back safe on your own, somehow.
We are playing Digimon Survive.
Miyuki! I gotta save her, but I can't.
I turned off all the voice acting because it's all... there's no English dub. So, I want people who are just lurking to still get what's going on.
Wait for me. I'll rescue you, Miyuki, no matter what.
I do think the Japanese voice acting is pretty good. That is one thing I'll give the game. I liked all the voices. Like, the characters I was supposed to hate sounded like characters I was supposed to hate. Oh wait, that was all the characters. Oops. Meanwhile, in a different anime...
教育史跡ってどの辺でしたっけ？
ちょっと待ってね。詳しい地図。おはよう。もうびっくりさせないでよ、ミノルくん。
ごめんごめん。
They're going to some ruins today. The days we all wore goggles to class. Digimon is weirdly obsessed with goggles.
あいつまた一人で。
I mean, honestly, goggles wouldn't have... If I wasn't already wearing glasses, goggles wouldn't have been too out of place for my look in high school. I had this old army jacket I got from an army surplus, and I wore that around everywhere. It was like 8 sizes too big for me, so it just hung off me.
わあ、態度悪。そんなんじゃ女子に嫌われるよ。
うっせえな。
Roughly 5 o'clock this morning, a magnitude 3 earthquake hit somewhere.
ここじゃない？
We've been hit with an earthquake, and there's a landslide. Oh.
ここは一体。
And an old man is getting murdered.
群発する地震により土砂災害の危険がありますので、引き続き鹿部市近隣にお住まいの方。
おいおい、見学先の安全性とか大丈夫なのかよ。よし、みんな。そろそろ
Oh,
出
this
発の時間だ。
fucker.
引率の OB の言うことをよく聞くように。
遊びに来たんじゃないんだぞ。
I hate glasses, man.
行動すること。
He's the worst. And as anyone who's ever seen a...
ああ、なんでもない。
Anyone who's seen a Digimon thing before can probably deduce, Goggles-kun is our main character. He's... fine.
この世界見たまの子はね響きけり
I have such a weird relationship with Digimon. Like, I loved the first couple of animes so much as a kid, particularly Tamers. I thought Tamers was amazing, but then just, I touched, like, none of it for, like, 20 years, basically. So this is camp, huh? I say camp, but we're holed up in an abandoned school in the mountains here. Leave it to us to spend our school break going to another school. Angemon, yeah. Not that this school is anything like the one we usually go to. Sup, Takuma? Today we're checking out that crusty old landmark? Sounds lame. Come on, don't say that, Minoru. Not like I disagree, but still. Devil lady, yep. Real.
Hey, you two, don't talk like that. I told you we weren't here for fun and games.
It's a bad precedent for my dating choices. Oh no. Yeah, so sorry, Your Highness.
Again with that kind of talk.
That knucklehead over there is Minoru, and the girl lecturing him is Aoi. I didn't talk to him much at school. Aoi's cool, she came here from a different school. We got to know each other more here at camp, and that's mostly thanks to Minoru. We didn't show this delightful character interaction because we're fucking lazy, and we assume you're going to like the characters automatically because we're hack writers. The three of us ended up doing our extracurricular activities together. As you play the game, you will occasionally be asked to make choices. You will have 2 to 4 options to choose from. Your decisions will affect your affinity with different characters and influence the story.
It does not influence the story. I'm fucking lying to you.
Okay, it does influence the story a little bit, but not that much. Affinity with other characters influences the battle backup they give you in combat. Differing results if you treat everyone equally as opposed to focusing on one person. Check your affinities from the main menu. Aoi sucks, so we just are gonna high five our bro Minoru the whole time.
You'd better review today's course, or you'll end up getting lost again.
Why are you treating me like a little kid here? I ain't gonna go crying to mama, you know.
Well, to her, he must look like a kid. Still, Aoi's pretty patient with that mouth of his. Calm, gentle, and cute to boot. Even I forget about the age difference sometimes. She doesn't get annoyed by the younger kids, which makes her a perfect match for Minoru.
Oh, wow!
Huh? What is it? Looks like Minoru's noticed something on his phone.
Check it out, there's another story about a rock slide.
That's several days in a row now. I hope it doesn't mean an earthquake's coming.
Not just that, but look here. Isn't this close to where we're supposed to go today?
Wait, really? I wonder if our plans for the day are still on.
You can feel the tension in the air around here. Someone must have shared the news.
Alright, everyone, calm down. Everything's going to be just fine.
Yes, I know that doesn't sound anything like his Japanese voice, but this character sucks. So he gets the socks voice, because I hate him and his stupid goddamn face. I will not be taking questions at this time, thank you.
All the teachers have clear instructions for dealing with any emergency.
Shuji is an alumnus of OA school, so he came to help chaperone.
The teachers and chaperones are ensuring our safety, so there is nothing to worry about. Fear not, fellow students. Our destination is this historic landmark. Off we go. There he goes at it again. That Shuji's too straight-laced for his own good.
Is that any way to talk about someone 2 years older than you?
Right you are, my little Aoi.
Telefinger. I know. I'm so good at keeping my true feelings hidden.
Do I have to remind you, Minoru, that I'm actually in a grade above yours?
I mean, shouldn't you act like it then, or something? You should be more of an egg like,
I told you to knock that off! Does that sound like something I would say? Let's go before we're left behind. Takuma?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on, Takuma. Let's hit it.
Oh, oops. Timer is on the wrong layer. Let me fix that real fast. My bad, guys. Everyone stops on the way to the landmark to take in the flowers.
Man, is this spring or is this spring, am I right?
Right, maybe the abundance of nature here brings out the beauty of these blossoms.
Who cares about these stupid flowers? Let's hurry on. This area is gorgeous, but we can't just sit around gawking. We better not fall behind.
Ah, what's the rush? Nothing wrong with stopping and smelling the cherry blossoms. Oh, looks like Saki and Ryo beat us to the punch.
They did go on ahead of us, after all.
The guy shooting daggers at everyone is Ryo, an older kid from another school. The girl who's all smiles there is Saki. Her looks are famous in the grade below ours. They must be here to enjoy the cherry blossoms, too. Then again, I could be wrong in Ryo's case.
Wow, look how beautiful it is. The flowers are so pretty.
What kind of person gets all grumpy in front of a bunch of blooming cherry blossoms? But man, talk about a waste. Gorgeous weather and we're doing extracurricular nonsense.
Saki is good. I wish Saki existed in a better game.
What does one have to do with the other?
Haha, I thought as much. We're not in any real rush. Might as well look around here some more. As you play the game, will you be presented with choices of where to go or who to talk to? Use LS to select the target. Try targeting one of the students. You can also switch targets using... Press A to progress. select more than just cut characters, but exclamation mark is story progress, and nothing really matters yet.
Geez, what crawled up your backside and died?
Search me.
Let me guess, Shuji and the teachers gave you flack for your cheerful disposition?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Sure, whatever you say. Come on, it's time to go.
Alright already. And anyway, how long do you plan on following me around?
What do you expect? Who knows what you'll do if I take my eyes off you, Ryo?
So you're my supervisor now?
Clearly, you're not the type to be left to your own devices.
Oh, just shut up.
Now, is that any way to talk to a cute girl like me?
Saki's headed for the landmark, chasing Ryo as he continues belly aching. Ryo's like, ugh, I hate nature.
Ma'am, is it? Finally, some good manners.
Oh, sure, that's what I was going for.
Man, I wish she'd back off a bit, you know? Read the room a little, so to speak.
I suppose it depends on how you look at it. She can be outspoken at times, to be sure. But she's also cheerful, cute, and quite amicable. The sort of honesty you sense from her, I quite like it.
Whoa, where did all that come from?
She just seems a bit radiant, don't you think?
I see.
Still, she goes a bit overboard. A big sister like me has to look out for her.
Let's talk about more pointless bullshit. Minoru, what you got?
Those two get along way better than I figured they would.
More like Saki can get along with anyone.
That Ryo is a real pain, too. She must be some kind of saint.
Now, is that any way to speak about him? All of us need to work together.
I never heard anything come out of his mouth that wasn't a complaint about something. I can kind of relate, to be honest. It's like looking at how I used to be, kind of embarrassing. You sure he's older?
Your past self? Is that something a middle schooler is supposed to say? Then again, I suppose an adolescent boy would say such things.
Saki's the exact opposite. The way she comes at you head on makes her seem more grown up. We only just met here at camp, but she acted like we were all best buds from square one.
I think you resemble her in that regard, Minoru.
What's the point if they aren't monster Catholics? It's true, HD. It's true. We already played the best visual novel. Every visual novel after them is going to seem hollow in comparison. Yeah, he's the one who broke the ice with us, after all.
Indeed. Head on, as you would say.
Huh? Jeez, guys, knock it off with the compliments. My ego can only take so much.
That wasn't a compliment.
Our surprisingly diverse group of friends does have fun.
Would you look at those flowers? How wonderful.
Hey, did you know, Oi? They say there's a dead body under every cherry blossom tree.
I don't want to hear about that right now. I'd rather we head towards the historic landmark if we could.
Everyone went this way. It looks pretty rocky up that path, huh? What a pain.
If it was a normal conversation on a normal day with friends. Well, normal other than the camping part. And then the murders began. At least, that's what I thought. Oh, game, you are nothing if not predictable. That's not me remembering the game, by the way. I remember so little of this game. So much of it blurred into an oh my god, is it over yet? We cleared the tree-lined path, and when we headed up the trail... Huh? Look at that tiny clown car that's pretending to be a cop car.
Huh? Why is there a police car here?
Oh no, it looks like the road is blocked off from here.
You're right, there's a lot of tape that says, keep out.
Maybe it's related to the rock slide Minoru was talking about?
Ah man, did I call it or did I call it?
Just fine my ass, right, Takuma?
Oh dear, this poses a problem. There's only one path to the landmark through here.
That landmark, what was its deal again?
This is why I told you to review. The site of the ritual related to the Kemonogami.
Those Kemonogami things don't really ring a bell. You mean the beast gods?
Nothing we can do about it. Our only option is to head back for now.
We've come all this way. Might as well get the lowdown on what went down here. Let's see what the people gathered in front of the police car have to say. Maybe I should ask the police officer what's going on here. Excuse me, did something happen here?
There was a landslide up ahead around dawn, so the road's been sealed off.
Oh, that must be the one we read about online earlier. Great, we learned no new information. Let's convey this in a separate conversation.
Oh dear, we can't proceed with things like this.
Yeesh, so much for exploring the great outdoors. Guess camp is cancelled.
I don't know about all that. Still, perhaps we should turn back for now.
A landslide? For really reals? Man, think the guys that went ahead are okay?
No childish jibes. I suppose you wouldn't be so callous as to joke at a time like this.
Of course, even I know when to watch my mouth. Sometimes. Maybe.
The area ahead is off limits.
Seems we can't get through here. What's the plan? Should we head back for now?
No way!
Don't talk out of your ass or you'll regret it. Huh? I can hear someone kicking up a fuss. Hey, look, that's Ryo and Saki over there. I knew they went ahead. I guess they took the long way around.
More importantly, who's that girl, I wonder?
Okay, you listening? These rock slides are retribution from the Kemonogami. Retribution in this day and age?
Give me a break.
Yes, when disrespectful outsiders cause trouble on the mountain, they get mad. This holy mountain is the Kemonorium, a sacred shrine to the Kemonogami. This is no place for someone to just wander around.
The Hexakemonorium. I bet it's some weird rock or bear carving. They worship that stuff in the boonies.
Chill out, Ryo. She's just a kid. You don't have to get so nasty with her.
Nasty? That was just...
The boonies, you say? How rude. This is the site of a glorious shrine. Not some new imitation, but historic, legendary shrine known only to locals.
A shrine? You mean like the ones supposed to have ancient gods? I've read about those before. Gods of the harvest or fertility, things like that.
Nah, this is different. These are ancient beast gods known only to the locals. I've known all about these gods ever since I came here.
Sounds like a fairy tale to me.
It isn't, though, real.
What's your name, kid?
It's Mew. What's your name?
I'm Saki, and this guy with the tood is Ryo. So, Mew, do you think you could take us to this hidden shrine you're talking about?
Take you? I guess so.
Curious, huh? You don't really believe in this stuff, do you?
I'm telling you, it's real.
Monster Man, I mean Digigods.
Why not? Our trip's been cancelled. It's not like we don't have the time. All we have waiting for us back at camp is some busy work, right? You hate that stuff. Are you seriously telling me you're not even a tiny bit interested in all this?
I still say this is stupid.
It is not stupid.
Yeah, whatever you say, kid.
It's not kid, it's Mew.
Well, lead the way, Mew. I'm not gonna be happy if you're messing with us. Got it?
I guess they're off to get some extra credit somewhere. That's Saki for you.
Something tells me they're not up to anything so commendable.
They don't even know what kind of temple it is, do they? Entry may be prohibited.
You've never heard of it, Aoi?
I don't see anything like it on the map. Could there really be a hidden shrine? Or is it just some kid's imagination?
What do you think, Takuma? Sounds fun. Sounds like a good time. Let's follow them. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Hey, you guys! Great, just what we needed. The Shrine of the Kemonogami? Sounds fun. Can we go with you?
Sure, the more the merrier.
Thanks, nice to meet you.
You too.
Sounds like we had a couple of eavesdroppers. Why don't you and your merry band of bozos go back to your school trip? Let's get a move on, Mew.
Come on, don't be like that. Jeez, Ryo, that attitude of yours needs some work. Sorry about that, you guys. Ryo, you and Mew wait up.
There they go again. For now, we better wait here for someone to tell us where to go next. No! We just said let's follow them to the secret shrine. That or head back to the school. Gotta admit, that sounds like a pain.
More importantly, we have no idea what might happen. We should chase after those three.
Yeah, let's follow them. I have now made the same decision that I made 40 seconds ago. Because I am Takuma, an interesting and consistently written protagonist who definitely responds to your choices and isn't just the same white bread character the entire time, who is written as a completely blank slate. Except in the ending I got, where he became awesome. Let's follow this creepy mystery child into the forest, right? What could possibly go wrong? Pursuing Saki, Ryo, and that little kid Miu, we ended up at a tunnel. Not a soul to be seen around us, and no other paths. Did they head through here? Look at this dark, creepy little murder tunnel. Tell me about it. Does it feel colder around here to you? Makes my skin crawl.
Would you two refrain from such absurd talk?
I bet one of those ghost hunter shows would get a kick out of this play.
Is refrain not in your vocabulary? Come on now, we must find those two. I don't see them here. Maybe we should forge on ahead?
Hey, you there!
Oh, looks like we've got a guest.
Shuji, is that you?
You can't just run off on your own. We have enough trouble with the landslide as it is.
Excuse me, your blustership. Besides, we think Saki and Ryo went this way.
Oh, that guy has to learn to act his age already. I have his and Saki's numbers in the student phone book. I'll try giving him a call.
He's been letting it ring for a while now. I guess Saki hasn't noticed yet. We, Bandai Namco, we're too cheap to put a ringing sound here. Say, what do you think those Kemonogami deals the girl was talking about are like? Who knows? Some kind of animals, I guess?
Minoru, you didn't hear a single word of lecture on today's landmark, did you? They're gods taking the shapes of beasts, the legend of which was passed down in this area. That kid said only the locals know them, so I bet this land has some unique creatures.
So they became gods and started handing out retribution like hotcakes? Give me a break.
People used to attribute the unknown to the gods, giving offerings to prevent disaster. Most people don't come around here these days. I imagine only locals come to visit.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
No good. It seems neither Saki nor Ryo have a signal where they are.
Huh, I guess it'd be weird if their phones worked in the middle of nowhere like this.
And you're sure that they came this way?
Well, yes, we're quite certain.
They ain't around here, that's for sure. Maybe the shrine is up ahead?
It isn't on our map, so we're not sure where to look.
Alright, we'll have to track those two down and head back to the school ASAP. They're past this tunnel? Alright, let's go.
I should talk with the others about what to do next to search for Saki and the others. Gee guys, what do you think we should do? Should we head down this tunnel? Head down this tunnel? Or should we maybe head down this tunnel? I just don't know.
Are we really going to go through this tunnel?
I don't see any other way. This is our only option, right?
Well, yes, but...
You're not afraid of the dark, are you, Aoi? And I'm afraid we'll never find out. Poor. This is Shuffle Saturday, where we play a different game every 30 minutes. And yeah, my voice is continuing to... Nope. Silvar, y'all are out of vetoes unless someone wants to drop some garlic coin. I'll hang for a minute if anyone really wants to bust some out, but let them rest. Yeah, I do need it a little more than I expected. Because tomorrow, around... I was enjoying you bullying a small child. Understandable, Silvar. I'll have more people to bully tomorrow morning. Voice is breaking. Yeah, tomorrow morning around 8:30 or 9 Mountains time, I will be back with some Potionomics, some more capitalism, more flirting, more utterly dominating in the competitions. And yeah, that should be a good old time. And then I'll see. I've had the urge to do another bookshelf stream. I might see if I can sneak one in during the week sometime. And then of course, next Saturday will be Shuffle Saturday. So thanks everyone for coming out, spending a little bit of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be for you. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you. Flarewolf is playing some Dead by Daylight. Let us give him a raid. And, crap, there was something else I was going to mention. Something else that's coming up. It escapes me. I don't know. Thanks again, everybody. Glad to finally get back into this after taking a week off to attend a wedding that I was horribly sick at the whole time. So, go say hi to Flair. My name is Vimbert. I'll see you around the internets.